Hello and welcome back into the part two of for this one in ultimate driving Ferrari cars for the very last time as well. But as you can see that before we're gonna begin of this video, we're absolutely going to be happy to announce that Windows 10 isn't going to be losing support. That will end on probably for this time as well. So we have to hurry up on archiving stuff and what I absolutely am not going to be using on AI as well. As you can see for around here by December 21st of 2024, and it's still supporting for Windows 10 as well until 2028 to 2030. And if they ended support now, they would lose about 10 to 13% of their income. That requires a 64-bit version, but unfortunately it was no longer a 64-bit for around here. And that's how it's still a 64-bit version about for the Windows 10. They downgraded automatically down to 32-bit of Windows 10. That Windows 11 that still runs on 64-bit. So after this thing as well, after this thing ended support around here by 2025, they will continue support on Windows 10 at least until that time and likely beyond for a long time as well. It's going to be for around by 2028 to 2030. So that says around here for some of this guy, I'm glad you didn't get any of these boatware Win 11 has, but most of us are going to stick with Windows 10. Roblox is probably got a support for this thing as well. And if they ended the support, now they're about to lose around here. And it says around here once again that it's already the same thing as they probably going to be said that around here. With that absolutely already said that Comic Studio is losing hope. Making Comic Studio great again could be for another priority from anything for anyone's attention. As you can see on the patch notes that you already seen around here for this one, it's actually over 15 minutes of this video. That since that a few of the patch notes and like anything that Ed mentions, the final patch notes could be for a bug fixes and anything as well, and added Super Kensington circuit. The final updates could be for the last of the bug fixes and anything it goes on November 20 of 2024. That's since by May of 22nd of 2024. Unfortunately, it was been a year that the game might going to be deleted as well, so let's just rejoin once again and let's go into get things pretty much as well. And let's continue for this one, and let's see, we're absolutely going to test the F360 or the 360 Modena. So this car could be for around uncontrollable for this one, and I'm absolutely going to be speeding all the way to 227. Oh geez, this car is so ridiculously fast. Oh no, my car is getting out of control. No, the top speed has failed. No. Oh, let's try again by going onto the wrong way. So even though the car keeps on spinning around, and I didn't mention to get around here to do this as well. So I did amount of burnouts. Unfortunately, this car goes uncontrollable. I'm not actually going to be to do this right here before. So I'm going to be using a manual transmission. Oh geez, this car is too powerful that I just not going to guess around here. So as I moving all the way towards like this, as the car might going to spin out of here for this one. I'm not very sure that this car could go rapid acceleration for about here, and exactly the reach could be 231 miles an hour. Ah yes, I get it, that I absolutely witnessed the power of speed. It was just the 211 miles per hour, just like the same thing. So let's just get another car for just right here. I can't actually going to be getting another one for just right here. Wait a second, I've accidentally set into 3. I cannot able to get around here for the settings. I absolutely going to mute it before for around here. So I'll be getting around for this thing instead of a Mini Cooper. So let's drive a Ferrari F50 before the Enzo Ferrari. I'm not buying anything as well for this time. So here we go, about to drive for this monstrosity over here. And here we go. And yes, this is absolutely pretty fast. A V12 Scream 50th anniversary car for this. This is a Ferrari F50. Blasted all the way itself for 202 miles an hour. And yes, that will be it as well. It was since that featured the game from Need for Speed 2 Special Edition. I absolutely always wanted to drive for this car, except the Ferrari F40 could be the greatest Ferrari cars of all time. And I love this to go outrun for myself. And exactly, I just need to get for exactly for this thing as well. I don't need any copyrights for this anything for just as well. And so let's go for the Ferrari Enzo. I'm not very sure that I just going to be driving itself. And for this time, if the refunds is going to be caught myself as well, the top speed is going to be 218 miles an hour. So here we go. And yes, the Ferrari Enzo is probably a little bit awesome for just right here, for literally. So this is a little bit amazing before the Ferrari F430 Scuderia. And hopefully that sounds like an amazing, for only less of these were made. And hopefully I'm not going to get uncontrollable for this right here. Oh geez, this is not going to get a little bit good for somewhere. If I turn this car, this could causes me uncontrollable. So I'm gonna keep uncontrol in this car and going on to the bridge. And that make me for right time 218 miles per hour, faster than the Lamborghini Aventador. So where does all of the cars that meant to be for just like that? So I'm always not going to be buying something whatever it is. So I absolutely hit by the mail truck. I'm just going to slow down the vehicle, and I'm about to end of this video for pretty sure. Switch to Italian cars that I didn't anything to buy something as well. You can just buy an F40, which is I'm gonna be taking a look of the Ferraris like themselves, which means it's going to be for a Fuely Red as well. As I view for this car for pretty much, this is a Ferrari F40, and which is absolutely the greatest car on absolutely for the entire time, for the very first supercar that I actually viewed. Then I always did it absolutely to buy for the Ferrari F8 Tributo, which is I'm not going to be insanely know how to do. So I'm absolutely going to be using a red color. So Ferrari is always red everywhere around here. This is the F8 Tributo. And because of the car itself look like this, unfortunately, this car for itself wasn't going to be featured like anything around here. This featured in Gran Turismo 7, but I'm not very sure that the Ferrari company is going to come and get us, or getting him as well for this thing as well. And next one is the Testarossa. Yes, it was the Ferrari Testarossa that still remains around here alive for this car as well, and that features an Outrun. So, before it absolutely releases for the first Need for Speed game. The Ferrari Dino. Yes, exactly. It's the Ferrari Dino. Could be for exactly. It isn't going to be. I'm not going to be driving for just a classic car for like that to do so. And we also have the Ferrari, the LaFerrari that I don't buy. It costs millions of credits to purchase the car, like whenever it is. So this is the LaFerrari. It was the car, was the fastest name, but I'm not very sure. I don't buy the Vision Gran Turismo. No licensed cars. Everything is downfalling for around itself. It almost got 4 million credits as well. And that also featured a Ferrari FXXK. Yes, it's definitely that I always wanted to drive for this car as well. It featured in Street Racing 3D. So, of course, I'm not actually going to be buying for just a little bit for one thing as well. The top speed of these cars is over 220 miles per hour, including the LaFerrari. And exactly over 200 miles per hour could be for the F40 itself, including for around here as of the Ferrari 458. I'm not sure. This is the Ferrari 488 Pista, which is I didn't get this Ferrari done over here. I didn't purchase this car, unfortunately. I didn't have anything for saves that I just viewed the car already for this time as well. And I always wanted to drive for this car for very sure. Ferrari J50 it is. Could be for exactly one thing. Could be driven from Shining Glitter Cookie. I cannot imagine for this car if this game was going to be taken down as well. And what is actually is not going to be is then that was all of the Ferrari cars that I didn't actually buy. And as of the vault time for some kind of like this, we're going to be removed from the game. So any about of these cars is gonna be getting a little bit removed for this one. Exactly for the RAV4 or the Lola things, or probably like the car of itself. So I have to get back into my garage, and this is where I absolutely gonna be driving for just a Ferrari cars for like anything as well. So that was all of the Ferrari cars that I actually driven for just only one time for these things as well. So you better that is not going to take for myself for around here. And the last thing is I'm going to drive a Ferrari 296 GTB. Alright, it's sunset around here for this time. And it's a V6 hybrid that I'm not very sure. This car won't be the fastest of all. And the worst of all, for just like that, I'm driving this car onto the sunset. And the top speed could be 205 miles an hour. And that wasn't going to be for exactly, it's going to be 205 miles an hour. This is probably nothing perfect, but I'm not very sure. I'll be going to be switching back to Ferrari F50. So that wasn't going to be my time that I just going to do. So I'll be switching the Ferrari F50 like itself. So I'll be ended over here at the night until I'm going to be finishing for this video for pretty sure. I wasn't able to head down into the toll, so there must be a stop sign, so I decided to ram them. So looks like I'm going to be driving right over here and right next into the toll, but I'm starting to get a little bit uncontrollable here. So I'm going to lose control around here, and we're about to say to the end of this video. Of course, that doesn't absolutely sending me back into the dealership, whatever it does. So it's time to end for this video right over here. and I absolutely drive for the Ferrari cars for the very last time of my own. So with that said, I'm gonna be jumping this car out of here, and we'll be seeing it at the end of this video for sure. So if you'd like to drive for a Ferrari cars in Ultimate Driving, you can purchase here before it's going to be too late forever. That I absolutely love this for whenever it does. When it comes to refunds about all Ferrari cars that you owned, and this is very unfortunate ways to do so. Anyways, you can buy and drive Ferrari cars all day long before it's going to get deleted forever. This is absolutely very refunded as well, to be not responsible within the 22 pilots retirement as well. So that will be anything for today as well, and I'll talk to you mini lads and street racing geeks and supercar fans all later for about here. Thanks for watching, and the game is linked in description below. So thanks again, and have a nice day for driving Ferrari cars in real life, but don't absolutely going to be for daily drive within Ferrari cars whatsoever. So thankfully that will be the end of this video for pretty sure, and that was probably it, I guess.